Well, things are getting interesting. Just take a look at this. Donald Trump agrees to pause tariffs for Mexico. Are we next? But anyways, he says the United States has agreed to pause tariffs on Mexico for a month while they deal with negotiations. But enough of that. Listen to this. Trump's talking about Canada being the 51st state. He's still going on about this. I used to think he was joking. I still can't believe that he has any kind of seriousness about this. I'm not sure what his game plan is, but people are trying to figure it out. So listen to Colton here explain where he thinks Trump is coming from. Mind you, I used to like Trump. I still kind of do. I believe in his policies. I like the things that he's done and put in place. Obviously, the way he's treating other countries in Canada, I'm not behind. I'm not too sure if he has an end goal or if he actually wants to do these tariffs or if there's some sort of other negotiations that he's trying to get at by going this route. I guess we'll wait and see. Here's Colton.
I think this is the big question. What's his real motivation? Does he really want to take over Canada that, alluding to us is trying to become the 51st state?
Yeah, trying to figure out what he's actually trying to accomplish with this is really the biggest question for the Canadian government to have an answer to, because if you can work backwards from that answer, you can try to find a path forward that potentially avoids the worst of these tariffs. It's worth noting that phone call that you just mentioned has happened, according to President Trump. He posted on his Truth Social a couple of minutes ago that he had just spoke with Justin Trudeau. He says they're going to have another call at 3 o'clock today. That's potentially some good news. On the flip side, potentially some bad news is in that same Truth Social post, while he does talk about it also being a drug war, referring to fentanyl crossing the northern border, he also talks about the fact that U.S. banks can't operate in Canada, that they can't do business here. And that's something that he mentioned last night as well. And it's part of the bigger problem that the Canadian government is facing, which is that every time the U.S. president talks about these tariffs, it's a different reason for the tariffs. First, it's the trade deficit. Then it's trade barriers. Then it's fentanyl crossing the border or illegal migration or subsidies, as he continues to refer to them as, despite the fact that it's just U.S. businesses and manufacturers importing Canadian raw goods. That challenge is the overarching theme for Canada to solve. And until they really have a firm grasp of what he is trying to do, it's going to be impossible to really answer those pain points for him.